from your mother-in-law? That's a strange gift.
She gave me a dozen. She gave me a dozen of these. And then through the years, I've purchased others.
Wow.
That's very nice.
But that way, everybody gets their own state of play.
Yeah, very nice.
Nice.
Nice. Very good.
Marcia,
We
I
are
like your
getting
background.
close.
We are live on Facebook.
Okay.
Audrey, I just looked up your plates online. They're
Debbie Lempert, do you have the lineup for today, or Toby, somebody?
I sure do.
Yeah.
So today,
Has a radio on or something?
Send me a lifeline, will you?
I
I emailed it to you, Debbie.
And you think I looked during the board meeting, but when did you do that?
Before the board meeting,
Hi,
Okay.
Kelly.
but I can,
No, I'll find it among the 236 emails I got this morning.
Oy.
put it in the chat.
No, I have yesterday's lineup, but not today, Toby.
It's a woman's leave.
Not today.
Okay, so I'll send you the Zoom.
No, you're gonna put it in the chat for me?
Yes.
New people.
Okay. All right, so it is 12 o'clock and we are going to, oh, thank you, darling. We're gonna mute everybody. Let's see. Okay, thank you so much. And thank you to Debbie and Toby. I say this 100 times a day, it takes a village, and it really does, to keep everything straight and to do this job and to be the kind of president that I want to be. It really takes a lot of help, and I appreciate everybody's help. I always tell people, don't ever feel bad about correcting me or making a suggestion, because I need it and I'm happy to accept it. So thank you to everybody. So today I'm going to read right from the chat. Marcia Strongen's going to read the Kaddish list. And Debbie Lempert's going to push slides and share the screen. Thank you. And Toby Holtzman is teaching. And I don't have to tell Toby to limit your teaching to 15 minutes. That's what it says in the chat.
no,
Odette is teaching.
Odette is teaching.
Debbie's teaching? Okay.
No, Odette.
Odette.
Oh, Odette. Okay, so it doesn't say that. Oh, Odette, wonderful. We're going to have a new teacher today.
Yes.
Okay, terrific. All right.
Almost gave me a heart
And
attack.
Rivi is going to lead us in Kaddish. Okay, and who's singing Mishaberach today? I guess Toby's singing.
Dina has her hand up. Is she on the list?
Marjorie? No, wait, do we have somebody on the list?
Yes, Dina is singing the Mishaberach today.
Correct. Very good. Okay. All right. Ready to roll. Thank you so much, everybody.
I don't have the Kaddish list. It's not me.
Okay, so this is the wrong slide. Yep. Let's see. Wait, so we don't have someone who has the Kaddish list, is that correct?
Arlene Fisher's reading the Kaddish.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, there we go.
Mishaberach Avotenu Makor habracha leimotenu. May the source of strength, who blessed the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Mishaberach imotenu Makor habracha ve'avotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen.
Thank you, Dina.
Debbie, I may have sent Debbie the wrong day.
Don't worry about it.
So
Okay.
Karen Weiner and Sandy Carlton are reading the Psalm today.
Terrific. Okay. Karen, do you want to start?
Sure, thanks. God of retribution, Adonai, God of retribution, appear.
Judge of the earth, punish the arrogant as they deserve.
How long, Adonai, how long shall the wicked exult?
Swaggering, boasting, they exude arrogance.
They crush your people, Adonai, and oppress your own.
Widow and strangers they slay, orphans they murder.
They say, Adonai does not see, the God of Jacob pays no heed.
Think clearly, you simpletons. When will you fools be wise?
Surely the one who shapes the ear can hear. Surely the one who forms the eye can see.
Surely God who disciplines nations will chastise, teaching mortals to understand.
Adonai knows human schemes, how futile they are.
Blessed are those whom God disciplines and teaches Torah.
Training them to wait calmly in adversity until a pit be dug for the wicked.
Adonai will not abandon God's people. God will not forsake God's very own.
Justice will return to the righteous. All the upright in heart will strive for it.
Who will stand up for me against the ungodly? Who will take part against against evil people?
Were it not for Adonai's help, I would be in my grave.
When my foot slips, your loving kindness, Adonai, supports me.
When I am filled with cares, your comfort soothes my soul.
Will the immoral claim you as their partner, defending evil under the mantle of law?
They conspire against the righteous. They condemn the innocent to death.
But Adonai is my refuge. My God is my sheltering rock.
God will turn their evil against them and destroy them with their own guile. Adonai, our God, will destroy them.
Let us sing to Adonai. Let us rejoice in our Creator.
Let us greet God with thanksgiving, giving psalms of praise.
Adonai is exalted beyond all that is worshiped.
Thank you. Thank you, Sandy and Karen. And Sandy and Karen have been with us, I think, since the very beginning. And, thank you so much. Every day you step up and help us and create this community. Thank you to both of you. Odette, I know that you're relatively new to this community, and I would love for you to take a minute and just introduce yourself to everyone before you start to teach. Oh, we scared her off already.
No, she's muted.
I know. She's going to unmute.
Sorry, I am unmuted.
There you
Hello,
go.
my sisters. Yeah, good morning, Boker Tov. I think it's Boker Tov for me, but it's noon for you. I am in
Where are
Canada.
you, Odette? Where are you?
Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. So 2 hours, a bit more to the west. But I have been part of the Women's League here in Canada and of course, United States, for as far as I could. I was a treasurer for our own SNF, our own chapter, and I also was part of the Torah Fund at some point. But generally I am with the sisters and I do participate. And I read all the emails that come weekly, which I'm grateful for. We pick up books that are suggested and other ideas. And finally, I did click, COVID taught us a lot of things since last year and good things. So when I clicked last year, I liked, and I do like PU team. I do like learning, a lot of the learning. I myself, I'm a teacher. Right now I'm retired, but I have spent most of my life teaching second languages and mostly Hebrew. And so when we have gone to the synagogue or interacted with rabbis and other educators, it's always a pleasure to hear them and gain some wisdom, I say. So here I am. You have to excuse me also that because it's my first time, that I might not apply everything to the dots, but I'll try my best.
Well, thank you, Odette, for being with us and for volunteering. It takes a lot of courage to do that. We look forward to learning with you.
Sure. Okay.
Do you want the slide up now or after?
Right now, just if you can give me, Debbie, a bit, just like a 1 minute. I mean, I have my way of teaching, but what is the best way that works for you?
No, whatever works for you. You have to tell us what works for you.
No, it's fine. So this is Tehillim, a piyut number 94. It's a poem, obviously. We know it's a poem, and it's written, we think, I researched it, we think it's done by King David way back. It's an old poem, but we don't know for sure. What's important about the poem is what's the content of it and what do we personally gain out of it or how we interpret it. This is how I would like to orient it. And I would like all of you not to hesitate to be part of the discussion because that's the main thing of it. So some of it is sad, some of it is hopeful. Basically, it's telling us as the day of judgment. So the first one, God of retribution, Adonai, God of retribution, judge the earth and punish the arrogant as they deserve. The first two lines, we are, what are we thinking here? We're addressing Adonai. We are saying, where is the retribution? Where is the judgment here? Punish the arrogant. What do you get out of this? Who is talking? I would first think, who is talking here and who is he addressing? Anyone? Okay, so I think it's the poet who is addressing, who is lamenting. He's addressing Adonai. He's saying, they are arrogant people. They are more than arrogant people, people who stand there in your face, do wrong things, and then they are not punished. We always have thought that, we talk about the day of judgment, which is the Yom Kippur, but even on Yom Kippur, Adonai is kind. He listens, but he also does not punish unless the person needs to be punished. I'm using this in an extreme way. If we have a wicked person, who is to judge that wicked person? A person that has done terrible things. A person that has done evil things to other people. And we have in our society or in the history that we know, even if it's not in our country, in other countries, but definitely we can go back to our country in America and we can say over the last 100 years, there were a lot of people who were totally evil, even to their community, even to their families. Adonai, are you going to punish them? The average person is pleading with Adonai here. There is a hopelessness there by saying. Now, if I read it in Hebrew, the first line, Anaseh Shofet Haaretz. Shofet comes from judge, from the word mishpat. But also remember, at least in our Jewish learning, the judge is just. In other words, you might go to a trial and you are 100% sure that the person is criminal. He is a criminal and he deserves punishment. Depending how the trial goes, the judge will have to do whatever is just there. So we might come up disappointed by saying, oh, this guy needs to be locked up. What happened? Well, there wasn't enough evidence to put him in prison or her in prison, even though they might have done terrible crimes. And that is very hard. I think you will feel that anxiety in the poem of the person who's saying, Adonai, Adonai, he's pleading with Adonai, what are you going to do? So I go to the third, how long, Adonai, how long? Notice that how long is repeated twice. Because the person is not getting help from Adonai. I am getting impatient. How long do I wait until the wicked is exalted? We can see injustice around us, but we are not seeing that anybody is punishing these people who are spreading evil. Then we go to number 4 and we say, swaggering, boasting, and exude arrogance. Again, he's emphasizing, who are these evil people? Who do you think they are? Can someone, I would like your thoughts to be shared. If you are feeling that our world in general has a lot of evil, can you share with me who are these people who are boasting and arrogant? Can any thoughts come to your mind?
Well, I immediately think of the people who rioted at the Capitol building last month.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And right away, there's a million opinions and million things. How come? Why did they didn't know ahead of time? How come there was not enough security? But then there was also the fear in us. Every person who watched this would say, what's going to happen? Not just to my country, to my city, but to my family, to my individual self. So it does bother us. And yet, this line number 4 is still saying boasting, even though everyone knows that they have done the wrong thing, the evil thing, they're just standing there in front of us and boasting, and no one is doing anything to them.
To my mind immediately, in reading this whole thing, was the Holocaust.
Absolutely.
Holocaust.
Yeah, absolutely.
To me.
The Holocaust constantly reminds us and puts, we say it's in our DNA. Every trauma, every bad situation will remind us again how helpless. And also, those people in the Holocaust prayed to their God, believed in their God, and they said, where are you? Do we need more proof how evil the situation is? Now, I just want to say one thing on line 1 and 2, when we're asking people, the God, Adonai, for vengeance. Our Jewish Adonai is not vengeful. There is a difference between vengeful and shofet and justice, right? You want to do justice by people. You don't want to be vengeful. Now, us, the human beings, when we are put into very bad situation, can we be vengeful? Can you think of a situation where at least your instinct was, I want to get vengeance for me, for my family, for my neighbor, for my country? What kind of situation will push us into that? Can anyone think?
I think about 9/11 or any tragedy that's targeted at a group of people.
Absolutely, absolutely. So that's one good thing. I myself, of course, there's million examples I can think of. You know, especially when we watch world news, not just our own country's news. You know, slavery. Of course, we talked about slavery, and now Pesach is coming. We're thinking about it again, the slavery and the freedom. Although it's not the same thing as in our days, but even nowadays, in our very liberal, just society, there is so much human trafficking. Both, I say, unfortunately, among the Jews, which we are not proud of, but also among the non-Jewish community. Human trafficking, taking advantage of people who are alone, girls who have no family to stand for them, who are hopeless. They are tricked into coming in and being. So that's another thing. It might be happening in our backyard. That for me, I say I wanna kill these people. I wanna get a gun and kill these people. But remember one thing: as human beings and as Jews, we are not to exert vengeance personally ourselves. We are not, no matter how dire the situation is. That's why he's pleading to God, okay? But I keep in mind, also God is not gonna get up from his chair and slaughter these people just like that, okay? So keep that idea of vengeance there. So we are going to number 5. So number 5, the situation now is getting even darker, sadder, more hopeless. They crush your people, Adonai, and oppress you. And here, so obviously, this is where I'm saying there are people, not just, you know, two competitors fighting with each other, and one kills the other, or one stabs the other, or cheats on the other. But here you're using the most destitute people who have nobody to. And if you, because this poem was written a long time ago, biblical time, we think, the widow and the orphan. So I'm reading in the Hebrew, Almana veger vehargu veyatomim yirtachu. The almana, the widow is one thing, but she might be able to fend for the orphan, but the orphan also has nobody. The woman in those days had no position, even if she wanted to fight back. She had no legs to stand on. So imagine how much people took advantage, and not only took advantage, but killed them also. For what? Widows and yeah.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but
no.
I'm thinking about the people that are trying to come across the borders today. They're separating families and the children, and soon the children become orphans because they don't know their families anymore.
Exactly. And a good example. Thank goodness, I mean, in most cases, we don't know, but in most cases, for the people who are crossing, thank goodness nowadays, there are legal teams and lawyers who pro bono are trying to fend for them. Okay, I'm not saying it's a great situation. And that's why, and that's why we Jews, it's our thinking that is also very important. So when we see a situation, we can, I call it judge it, but judgment is not always good because we don't know all the facts and we're not qualified. I'm not a lawyer. we're not all qualified to assert. When I taught schools, I remember the kids go out for recess to play. They come back and Joey is crying. I hate, what's wrong, Joey? And he says, Michael called me stupid. Michael hates me. And so I, as the, so to speak, the adult, the one who has to judge the situation, do I jump to conclusion? Do I go and right away yank Michael and punish him? Of course not. And so I try to get Joey to relax, and I try to see the whole picture. Well, how do you know? Joey also kicked Michael in the shin and told him that he would never play with him again. So you remedy the situation. This is the simple way. Don't jump to conclusion.
Odette,
Yes.
thank you so much. And I think that that's a great way to end. Don't jump to conclusions. We're running short of time. I want to thank you very much for your interpretation of the Psalm of the Day. It was very relevant to what, what's going on today. And I think that that's so important when we study Torah, is how everything is just so relevant. Save the rest and we'll come back. Don't let it go to waste.
Thank you.
Okay, a lesson plan is always good later, as it is today. So I thank you so much. And as I said, it was a great interpretation of the Psalm of the Day. We're going to move on now. Thank you, Odette. Debbie and Toby, want to help out a little bit? I forgot who's up.
Arlene is going to be reading the Kaddish list.
Very good.
We lovingly remember Ivan Stanton, Sylvia Krause, Herb Lubars, Ellen Babbitt, Theodore Fishman, Richard Merrick, Lillian Tobias, Doris Hildebrandt, Ruth Lewis Bloomfield, Michael Klingbaum, Michael Schrank, Shirley Shapiro, Carol Hope Taub, David Levy, Phyllis Grusin Weinstein, Rabbi Eric Wilner, Isidore Goldberg, Bernard Stein, Martin Fasting, Myrna Fasting, Gloria Miller, Dr. Shulamith Reich Elster, Myrna Samuels. May their memory continue to be a blessing.
And I'd like to add, I have yard site today for my sister-in-law, Deborah Ravitch Forhoff.
Thank you, Renee. May your memory be for a blessing.
Thank you.
Bigger. Make it bigger.
Do we have somebody leading?
Renee, would you like to lead?
Sure. Yit Gadal,
Yit Kadash, Shemay, Rabba,
Amen.
Yom, Yamad, Di, Barak, Pirkei, Amnif, Malchute, V'chayachon, Uv'yomechon, V'chaye, V'chol, Beit Yisrael, V'agala, V'zman, Ariv, V'meru, Amen. Yehei, Shmei, Rabba, Barak, Olam, Amaya, Yitbarach, Yishtabach, Yitpa'ar, Yitraman, Yitnaseh, Yitadar, Yitaleh, Yitalal, Demei, Dekudashah, Le'ela, Min Kol, Birkata, Shirata, Tishbachata, Benechemata, Damiran, V'yamama, v'yamaru,
Amen.
amen. Yehi, Shlama, Rabba,
and
Shemaya, Chaim, Aleinu, Al Kol Yisrael, V'chru, amen. Oseh Shalom B'Macham, Booyah Shalom Aleinu, V'Al Kol Yisrael, V'Meru, amen.
Amen. Thank you very much to everyone who participated today. It's wonderful to be with you all. Many of us were at a Women's League board meeting before this. All Women's League all the time, alive and well, as I like to say. And thank you, Odette, for teaching today. It was interesting and relevant. And we thank you for volunteering. Debbie Lempert just posted the sign up. I know we have a lot of openings next week if you'd like to sign up to sing Mishaberach or read the Kaddish list for us. Arlene's been doing a great job all week. I think 2 weeks in a row, Arlene, maybe. And maybe Arlene wants a break from that. I don't know, but she's welcome to continue. So thank you for everyone for participating and spending the afternoon with us, the morning, whatever time of the day it is with you. We love being together. We're a holy community, as I always say. And Edna, I think you should cross that Red Sea at this point and get to the other side. I've been watching that all day long, and I think it's time for you to, move over. Anybody have anything to say when, anybody open up? No? Jeanette, we hope your
Thank
baby's
you,
doing well and healthy, growing, and he has a name now, Samuel Shai, yes?
Yeah, and he's back to birth weight.
Very nice, very nice. Love to hear those good reports on babies. Anybody else?
I
Barbara?
got my first appointment for my COVID vaccine.
Oh, we're so glad for you. Thank you. Okay.
And I shared the blessings with my sisterhood and everyone loved them. So
Oh, nice. Great. Amy Schwartz.
Yeah, quick question, Debbie. When is the anniversary teaching of the first, of the 1 year of this group? What's the date?
I think it's the 15th. Debbie, is it the 15th?
15th.
Yeah, it's in March.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's Monday. Okay.
Yep, 15th. Yep, and they have a whole program planned for you.
Okay.
So wonderful. Yep. So Margie, what was the last day that you left the office?
I think it was like the 11th or the 12th. I have it on my other
The
calendar.
11th or the 12th? Yeah.
Something like that, yeah.
And you thought you'd be out till Monday, right?
Yeah, we said, let's wait till Sunday and see. And then we said, all right, maybe an extra week. So, but we were smart. We told everyone to pack up their desks, take everything with them. We synced up their computers within a day or two, and we were ready to roll the next day at home. So we did it right.
And Razel didn't miss a beat.
No, God bless her. No, bless her heart.
So I know we can't thank Razel enough. She holds down the fort, she and Karen. So thank you again, Razel, publicly.
Yes.
So, all right, everybody, have a great day. Take care, stay safe, and wear your mask.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Deb, Toby, and Deb.
Thank you.
Have a great day, everyone.
Oh, you too.
Oh, come back.
May I ask?
Joe, I missed that.
May I ask Debbie?
Yes.
Debbie?
Yes. Odette.
Hi. So this was my first time teaching, which thank you for giving me so is it only like when you're doing the Tehillim? Because I went and I studied